Welcome, guys. Welcome to a new stream from BigBangCrypto. This is Zach. We had a pretty chaotic stream yesterday, so I thought we would do it over and discuss what we discussed yesterday for the people that missed it. Um, and also just look at the chart today, what has happened, how did the ideas evolve. We want to end this stream with creating a simple trading table, so an offset table for the trading bot. So in that part, I will just go over how to basically simply buy a dip or short a top using the trading bot so that you automate it. You don't have to monitor the trade at any point, and you have your exit targets and stuff like that. And we'll create just something simple, and the idea of that will be that hopefully some of you or all of you could at least start creating just one simple agent table to buy the dip using the software. Yeah, just to get you guys going in making your own trading tables and agent tables. It's a great start to just start off simple because yeah, that's how I also started, I guess. And the tables that I make right now are pretty complex, which I'll show in a bit. But yeah, so by just making one simple table, I hope it can help you guys create your own ideas into the tables. So yeah, this is a TA that I did yesterday. So basically set out some levels and set up the agent tables to trade these levels. And basically said that our first support level is at 38.5K, which is also for the people that are not in our Discord yet. You should definitely join, and if you're interested in trading bot, you should probably consider joining our group. We also share our ideas about the market, so technical analysis. So for example, yeah, here we were saying 38.5K is the new 38.1K. So we were first waiting for a dip to 38.1K, but then things shifted. So yeah, we saw alignment and confluence at 38.5K. So that's what we posted, and yeah, perfectly touched. As the guys know, this orange line is something that we pay a lot of attention to. And yeah, again, perfect touch on Ethereum. And yeah, it's pretty crazy to see actually. I think it's good to show you guys as well. There is a slight difference between Ethereum at the moment and Bitcoin because Ethereum is trading above the 21 EMA, which is this orange line, the 4 hourly basically. So it's trading above it, and if you look at Bitcoin, then things look a little bit different because we just dipped below the 21 EMA, and we even got our first rejection of that 21 EMA. Also in yesterday's stream, guys, this is basically, I think, if I'm correct. Yeah, this is when I did yesterday's stream. We were basically running into the VWAP in confluence with the value weighted average price, the VWAP, sorry, we were running into, I think this was a point of control or a high volume node. Yeah, it's the point of control basically. So we were running into the point of control in confluence with the volume weighted average price, and I said like this is our first this is our first resistance. I also announced this in Discord, in the public Discord as well, that if you're planning to long, because I saw some people considering longing at basically a high, if you were planning to long, well, wait for that important resistance to be broken and let us retest it. If indeed we are going to go up more, the retest will be up, and then you can get in safely with a good risk to reward ratio. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys quickly. So Bitcoin's trading below the 21 EMA, basically getting rejected. Ethereum is looking a lot stronger than that, and it's above the 21 EMA. Also getting really close here, by the way, but okay. So going back a little bit more um, to the past, we took a pretty nice Ethereum trade that I want to take you guys over. So we were basically trading or looking at Bitcoin for a while before the 21st of July, if I remember correctly. We were looking at Bitcoin and we were getting to the lows, but let's just have a look at it together. There is this initial dump, right? And price stops at what is it, 28.6K. Then the next low is a lot higher than that, right? And then we get some lows up here, but then This one is also not really, yeah, well, it's not considered a double bottom. Let's put it that way. Then we get this one, which could be considered a double bottom, but again, doesn't really come to the exact same price. Well, if we consider that wick can be considered a double bottom. Well, give me a second. So here, yeah, 29.270 basically was a double bottom if you exclude this big wick here. So the chart wasn't looking the cleanest on Bitcoin, but when we looked at Ethereum, we had a different picture because yes, you have this first dump, then you get the basically lows run, so fake out below, but this low aligns with these two lows, so a double bottom here, a bottom here, and then the fourth, basically the fourth touch here. So it was a very, very relevant level, and it was also very, very accurate. So every time it stopped within a $20-30 range from this support level. So when I saw that and compared that to Bitcoin, I basically announced and also basically put out a message in our trading bot group. It was the 21st or the 20th. Normally, the members know that I normally don't really get into altcoins or even Ethereum, and I just focus on Bitcoin mainly. But this was just too beautiful. We had a five-wave down, a five-wave structure down, so an impulse down, and then we came into this support area, which on the really low time frame. So I think yeah, this is a 50-minute chart. We made a double bottom on that support area. Then we came up and we made a perfect golden pocket retracement. So we retraced to the golden FIB ratio, and that's where the move up started, and that's where we took our entry also. And our average was at $1,760. Just wanted to go over that trade to show you guys like, okay, that those are the setups that you really want to take, and those are the ones that you're waiting for, basically patiently waiting for. And of course, you can automate all of this using our trading software. So that's what this video will be mainly about. And yeah, if you're interested, join our Discord. We have a free page as well, so you guys can ask questions, and it runs on spot or futures. So basically, we work with the Bybit exchange, and Bybit currently has spot and futures. So you're basically allowed to do both of them. But currently, we also only have the futures implemented. But yeah, if there is demand for spot trading, we can implement it. I personally don't really want to do it because our bot uses a lot of the rebate structures. So it does a lot of limit orders in order to basically earn fees. Oh, sorry, I keep clicking this Visual Studios thing. So yeah. The next part of the video will basically be going over how to create your own trading table. So let's just start off a bot so that you guys can see what this is all about. Because yeah, I can explain everything, but maybe it's nice to just have a quick look at what this can do for you. So I have an example here. Just set up. Oh, let me close this current position, whatever it is. Okay, so basically I'm gonna tell my bot when it's loaded up that I want to buy this low. So I want to buy the dip and I want to average down onto into a position. So that's what we're going to try and do. So the bot looks like this. It's currently very, very unprofessional or very professional looking, I must say, because yeah, you just see what you get, right? What you see is what you get. So it's just two Python commands running the backend for us, and yeah, the UI is also like yeah, not that special, but it does the job. It shows us all the agents that we have put into our system, of course. And um, currently, I'm testing one of our new versions, so it can be a little bit laggy and buggy because I just want to make the most out of the time that we have. So I thought, why not just test a new version as well while doing this live stream? Might cause some confusion with the current users. So if you see something that's different on your version, yeah, that's because we're testing our new version currently. Our new version will have support and resistance implemented, so you can set your own support and resistance levels and have tables activated. Also, it will have contract management. So that means that basically if your leverage crosses a certain favorable leverage size that you've preset, then the bot will start favoring the opposite direction. So it will basically decrease your exposure towards the market automatically. So yeah, we have a lot of exciting things in this version, but let's just go over the bare minimum or bare minimal, like what is the current version that everyone is using? What can you do with that? So now all the agent tables are loaded up. As you can see, I have 10 agent tables. That means that every agent table is basically an Excel sheet full of traders. Every row here is basically, you could consider it as a trader. It has a certain goal to open a position, close a position, and make a certain profit, has a certain profit target. And the tables consist of hundreds of agents. So altogether, we're talking maybe thousand agents are loaded up into the system right now that I have made. And let's just get it started by setting up the long UI. So long UI basically means start buying, start averaging down for me. And just by using the run button, I can tell this table to run basically or start running. Well, I should be at least. So maybe I waited a little bit too long to do it with this version. Let me uh, try another table first, maybe. Ah, I'm missing one table. I think it's the wrong one. Short UI should also be in there. Okay, let's try to find short UI. It's not in there. Let's reload this, guys. Sorry. Let's go into active tables. So these are the ones that I have in there. Short UI, blah, 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 blah. Let's delete you for a second. And should be good. Okay. So based on our technical analysis that I did yesterday, I don't think it's very necessary to start doing a whole new technical analysis. I think this is still very valid. We have a high volume node here. Basically, the bulls have to support this order block here below 35K, 38.5K. So that's what they did currently. They basically in the middle of it, they just mid down. So that's nice. And now we're looking back up at the mid of the range because that's where their block comes in. Basically, they basically telling us that if there is any error here, they're probably most likely going to defend into higher volume nodes here. So that would be our first resistance that we should be looking at for the bounce here. So what I want to do currently with the simple table that we're going to set up together, I want agents to basically follow price up until like 60-70% of this move, and then I want them to close their position like during the move up. But let's just also set up some shorts from here back down. So that's just the logic that I want to try right now, and yeah, go over with you guys so that yeah, you can use that idea and see how you can, based on that, how you can implement your own trading ideas into the trading software. So the first thing you'll need if you open up a Google Doc, so this is the best way to do it basically. First of all, my Google Docs will be in Dutch. So if you see a var and onvar, that basically means true and false statements. So the first thing you do is you take one of the tables that's provided to you within the bot, and it has the settings. In the first row. So you copy over the first row, and what you can also do is take one of the agents. So the first two rows, you just copy them over into your offset table, and that's how we start off. We gave it a name, and the name will be 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to fix a microphone problem. Um, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yo, I'm back, guys. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. All right, guys, should be fixed. So apparently I had some settings that I had to change in order to get a better sound quality. So I hope it's better right now. And yeah, let's try and continue the stream from here. So we took one of the agents, and What we're going to try and do is basically set up the agent to perform a trade within the range that we predefined. So what is this range? This range is basically this parallel channel, and we want to buy it up till the mid of the channel. So 39.6 is our target approximately. A little bit front run it like to 39.4k ish. Um, so that's the table that we're going to create. So what we want to do first is basically buy um, buy Bitcoin at the low because we are trading at the low currently. So let's set up our low. We would like to buy as long as price is below 39.2k, 39.2k active below 39.2. That's the first rule that I've set. Okay, so anything below 39.2 we want to buy. What do I want my laddering to start off with? So let's say 0.5. So I want to be the first in line and then sell $30 up. Does that make sense for a target? So let's say we would enter here, selling $30 up. Well, we can do a little bit more actually. We can start because the total range is about 800, 900 bucks. So at least 90, 40 to 90 bucks is the minimum that I will be looking for per move. In the meantime, our bot has started up, short UI is finally there, and long UI is here. We can run it, and our bot should start running. There we go. So basically, there is no dip that's gonna pass me by, and this is just the start of the buying the dip stuff. So it will do a lot more after this and during this when orders get filled. But yeah, you can see the complexity of it. And yeah, making a simple table is just going to show you guys how you can do it yourself without making it over complex. So what we do here is, and because we are the first to bid half a dollar from the price of Ethereum away, the exit multiplier is basically this amount. Let's just for simplicity reason take one. The exit multiplier is the offset times the exit multiplier is your target. So if you buy $1 below the price at that moment, then you'll try to sell it for $100 higher. So your spread that you gain is $100 bucks. So let's make this 65. Okay, for now. The amount is one, the entry timeout is one, the exit timeout is 9,999. Amount speaks for itself. Entry timeout is after how many minutes or seconds should I start looking if I'm the first in line, or should I replace my order. So let's put this very rapid so that we can see what this does. Exit timeout. So the prevent entries basically means, do I have to look at the TRS or RSI in order to make a position? Let's put these all false. Let's not get into the indicator stuff for now. And do we want to buy? Yes, we want to buy. Do we want to sell? No, we don't want to sell for this agent. So this is just an agent to buy the dip $1 below when price starts, as long as price is below 39,200. Our active above is irrelevant. We just want to buy below. And this is now our first agent. So let's call it agent uno. Okay. Then we copy this guy and we paste him here. And what we do next is we say, okay, and then if price drops to $6 lower, we also want to buy. By the way, this has a trailing entry. Let's put those off for now. We want to do limit orders. So the next order is $6 below it. And then the exit multiplier of 65 will create a pretty big target. So let's not do that. Let's do more like 10. So 6 times 10 is $60. So after we buy $6 below the current price, we'll aim for $60 higher to sell again. That sounds pretty right. Or right, that sounds correct, I have to say. let's basically turn the prevent entries. Oh no, let's leave them off for these two. Okay, so $6. Then we copy you and we bring you one step lower and we say, okay, then when it drops another $22 from the point, you can do another buy order. This was $1, this is $1, this is $1, but the entry timeout, so because it's $22 below the price, you don't have to recheck if you're the first in line because that's a little bit less relevant at that point. So I'll set my entry timeout to zero point 0.4 minutes. Okay, and my exit timeout basically means how many minutes do I want to give this agent or this trader in order to reach the exit target. So the exit target was the offset times exit multiplier, so 65 in this first agent, for this first agent. So how many minutes does this agent have to get this target of $65 reached? And I set it to very high so that I basically give them enough time, as much time as they want to complete that trade. Time is not a restriction that I've given these agents. But for the entry, how much minutes or seconds, minutes does do these agents have for their entry to be reached? So $1 below the price or $6 below the price. That one I've basically given them a low value so that they are going to follow the price up. Okay, so if price starts moving away from our orders will automatically follow the price up until a certain point, because above 39,200 we're not a buyer anymore. Okay, Uno is nice, but let's just change this to agent 1 because then we can do this little trick and now we have 3 agents created. Okay, and now we create our fourth part of this simple grid that we create is 32, for example. Just making this up, okay, guys? Just like, okay, that's approximately where I want to enter. Okay, and now I have basically a ladder. Let's make this a bit more realistic so that we go to like we set 64 for this one, we set 2x, and we set for this one 1.6 targets, and this can wait 1 minute, this can wait 1 minute, and then that's fine. All right, so we've set everything up, and we just have to drag these down. The next thing we want to do is, okay, let's say, Zach, that's very nice, but I want to sell at the very, very high. I want to, for example, sell above 40.5K or at 40.5K. So I want to, I'm so confident in my technical analysis that I know that it's going to bounce from 38.6K or 5K, whatever it is at that moment, to the high of, to the resistance level of 40.5K. How do I do that? Well, let's try and create an agent that does this. So let's say that we take these two agents without their name because every agent has to have a unique name. And what we do is we say that these guys are able to buy below 38.700. 38.700. I could probably take all of these and set this value for them. And we call these swing because they're going to do a swing trade for us. Swing to, oh, sing, no, swing. Okay, swing 1 to 5, we've set them up. They're allowed to buy below 38.7K using pretty much the same logic as the first agents. Those were allowed to be buying up to 39.2K, and these are below 38.7K. Right? So if we bought these contracts, which let's change these contract amounts to say 5, 5, 10, 10, 15. So we increased the amounts by a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5, 5, 10, 15. Okay, so these have a bigger weight. And now what we can do is say that if this one is hit, so swing 3, we're going to create a child for him, and his child is going to handle the position that this swing 3 got in. So if this order is filled $22 below the market price and the price is below 38,700, We want those 10 contracts to be handled by how many children? Let's say 5 different children. And those 5 different children are going to sell those contracts that this parent bought for us. And what do? We allow these agents to sell but not to buy. Simple as that. And we set these parents to be active above. So we remove the active below settings for these, and we set the active above to be, what was the high of the range again, guys? It was 40.5, 40.5, of course. Okay. This one, 40.5K, so 4,500. Let's do 450, right? And the contract amounts, let's say it's 22222. So what does this do? So now this particular agent, let's give this one a highlight. Swing 3 has 5 children who are going to handle the entry, the long entry that swing 3 is going to make. These children are only allowed to be activated after its parent has entered a position. That's the relationship between parent and child. A child can only activate after a parent is in a trade, so has a filled order basically. So that's what we have currently. Swing 3 will buy 10 contracts, which then the children will basically exit for this parent. But we still have this offset times exit multiplier. So this particular parent is also going to exit its own contract. How do we handle that? Well, very simply, we can say that the exit target is 9999. Okay, at this moment, this parent will never reach that exit target, or it's going to be very hard for it to reach the exit target. To make it even harder, we can set the prevent exit on true, and we can say that the RSI overbought has to be 99 on a period of 99. All right, so you just make it impossible for this parent, after it bought 10 contracts, to sell and close that position. It's going to stay in that position, and the children are going to basically close that position for you. All right? So I hope this was useful for you guys to just wrap your head around some of the simple aspects of this trading bot. And in the meantime, we can have a look. I think we had no entries. So yeah, this is the thing with setting high entry timeout. So that's this thing right here, guys, that we just set. An entry timeout of zero point 0.1, for example, it's going to follow the price up. But if you don't set entry timeouts and you start basically wanting to buy this area here, then your orders won't follow the price up, and you might be left out of getting into a position. What we can just do, just to show how this works, is start a short UI, click on run. All right, well, something went wrong there, I think, but it was very slightly, and now it's working again. So yeah, this is a new version, guys. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure that that the bug is fixed before we send it out to you guys. And yeah, the UI is just not our or our best part about the. We're very much focused about the logic itself, and yeah, the strategies behind it, instead of having it look clean. Like it does look decent, not now, but it's going to look decent with the equity curve showing you your profits, all the agents basically here with their P&L, and here with some more details with their opening times and everything. So you have a lot of details, but it's just not like the most fun things to watch, right? So unless you like scientific stuff. So yeah, we started placing some shorts as well. So that's great. We want to just wait for one of the orders to be filled so that you guys can see how fast the exit orders are being placed. We can also do is we do this. We go here. We stop the long UI. So basically, I'm going to tell the long UI bot to cancel all its long orders. Just strange that it's doing this every time, but okay, we're going to look into that. Okay, so it canceled all the orders, and now I'm going to start it again as soon as it's letting me. There we go. So I'm going to restart it, and now it should start placing orders, buy orders based on the current market price. There we go. Zoom in a little bit. Did we get anything filled? I don't think so, no. Well, anyway, guys, you can have your own bots running and have a look at it, I guess. So that's shouldn't be a problem. I'll do another stream tomorrow. I hope this was somewhat useful. Please give me suggestions what the next video should be about. And um, yeah, trade the range, guys. Don't FOMO, don't buy the highs, don't sell the lows. It's not going to work out. It might work out one time, but it's not going to work out forever. So just be smart about placing your trades and let, as I told one of the users, let the bot do the fishing for you. So just place stink bits low in the order book and high up in the order book to short, and hope for them to get filled when orders get liquidated. So yeah, happy trading, guys. I'll speak to you guys in the next video, and